The rarest birds in the world. Being some of the most amazing creatures in the animal kingdom, birds seem to never cease to amaze us. That's why today we'll show you some that will make more than one jaw drop. Ready to discover them? Blue-footed booby. Just by taking a look at this species, you know it's not an average bird. See a bird with blue legs every day. Living in most of the western coast of Central and South America, this curious species not only stands out for its colorful legs, but also because of its strange walk. However, since everything has a motive behind it, this bird makes use of this peculiar feature to attract its new partner. Raising their legs from one side to another and even spreading their wings, they dance to get themselves noticed. Although this act of courtship can look somewhat ridiculous, this species is considered to be quite intelligent, since it is said that they can communicate with each other. These animals are also very competitive since the day they're born. There have even been documented cases of brothers killing each other. Southern cassowary. Inhabiting high rainforests, you can find this bird in Indonesia, New Guinea, and Australia. In spite of the fact that they are related to kiwis, Apteryx australis, they stand apart because of their size. It can measure between 51 and 75 inches high. It's no surprise it occupies the third place among the largest birds in the world, being overshadowed only by the ostrich and the emu. The common cassowary is distinguished by its black body and blue neck. One of the peculiarities that make it so strange is its big horn on top of its head. However, if all these qualities are not yet intimidating enough, it's said that this kind of bird is one of the most dangerous in the world because it is capable of killing humans when provoked, using their claws as blades. Despite its horrifying appearance, this species only feeds on fruits, fungi, and some invertebrates. On the other hand, the cassowaries are characterized by their great paternal role, mainly shown by the father. He is responsible for hatching and caring for their offspring until a certain age, showing that there are good parents in the animal kingdom. Golden pheasant. This creature, although it is native to the mountainous forests of western China, can also be found in different parts of the world. But let's talk about its peculiar look. This species is characterized by its gold-colored crest, which is its hallmark and the reason behind its name. Growing up to 41 inches long, this feathered creature stands out from the rest because of its colorful body, especially males, which is useful for them to attract the opposite sex. Despite being a remarkable bird, this animal is considered very difficult to find in its natural habitat, since not much information of its behavior is known. Another unique feature of this animal is its long tail, which can be as long as 2/3 of their body length. It is also known that these creatures are commonly seen in zoos and aviaries, although they are usually hybrids. And although it seems unlikely, these birds can fly, but they usually choose to spend most of their time on the ground. King vulture. Living in lowland tropical forests in Central and South America, this bird can only be described as magnificent. It is indeed a king amongst birds. Back in the days of the ancient Mayan culture, they were considered deities carrying messages from the gods. Although we are used to them being considered scavenger birds and having a dreadful and frightening aspect, this bird proves us wrong. With a multicolored head that resembles a work of art, this spectacular creature can spend hours hovering around land, searching for food. However, the king vulture doesn't stand out from any commoner when it comes to feeding, since it is quite common to find it waiting for predators to finish feeding so it can dig in. One of its main traits is that when it finds other vultures around a prey, it scares them away so the king can eat first. Although this act can vary depending on the size of the plebeian, seeming that it usually holds back when faced by larger creatures, such as the Andean condor. Scarlet ibis. Measuring between 22 and 25 inches, this species is usually found in South America and in the islands of the Caribbean. It's even been named Trinidad and Tobago's national bird. But if we are speaking about uniqueness, the scarlet ibis stands out because of its peculiar red color. However, what makes it even stranger is that during much of its youth, the coloring varies between brown, white, and gray. So we could say that puberty hits these birds hard. On the other hand, this species is also known to live in big groups of more than 30 individuals sharing food and protecting their offspring. This bird is even regarded as a symbol, and to illustrate this is James Hurst's short story The Scarlet Ibis, where this creature is the representation of everything fragile and majestic. Although the ibis is considered an animal of lesser concern in terms of its conservation, it is true that this species population has been declining over the years. Vogelkopf's superb bird of paradise. This species has only been found in the western tip of New Guinea on Bird's Head Peninsula, a region whose name in German and Dutch is Vogelkop, hence this bird's name. One of its most remarkable characteristics is its mating ritual, which is an amazing show for the female gender as well as any speculator. When starting its courtship, this bird spreads its wings partially as in a majestic unveiling. Then, while it is creating an atmosphere, its chest makes an entrance, its eyes light up as headlights in its approach. And finally, when it has finally set the mood, it fully spreads its wings in a half circle where its eyes and metallic blue chest stand out, which look like a grimace. Moving in circles around the female and hypnotizing her with its moves, this heartthrob teaches us how to score a girl. Atlantic Puffin. Although most of the birds on this list stand out because of their strange shape or unusual behavior, this puffin is known because of its cute shape, and anyone who looks at it would want to say, "Aww." This small bird that is barely 8 inches in height usually lives in the cold seas north of the Atlantic Ocean. Although it doesn't look like it, this bird is able to travel great distances. Like many waterfowl, this puffin spends most of the year at sea, so it isn't surprising that they are excellent swimmers, and it even has been proven that they can dive and stay below water for more than a minute. And if you're wondering, this species also spends some time on the coast during the spring, where they stay in colonies and raise their offspring. Being as striking and peculiar as they are, this species is considered a tourist attraction when seen on land. Superb Lyrebird. Although at first glance this animal astonishes anyone because of its majestic tail, this isn't actually its main characteristic, since this creature is one of the best sound mimics throughout the animal kingdom. This bird can reach up to 39 inches long and can only be found in the forests of southeastern Australia, although it was introduced into Tasmania over 80 years ago. Usually when these creatures reach adulthood, they lead a solitary life, but now we'll focus on their greatest virtue, their voice. This bird's extraordinary ability is almost unreal, since it can imitate more than 20 different birds all in order to attract a female. And you're probably picturing a beautiful singing bird, but this feathered bird is not just a singer, it's an entire orchestra. Singing the song of every bird within its repertoire, our heartthrob uses every one of the tricks in the book to attract the attention of his future partner. And if all this is not enough, bring out the chainsaw. Yes, as unbelievable as it is, this animal can even imitate the sound of cars, cell phones, and cameras. But the most surprising and most romantic is the sound of the electric saw, which would make anyone's jaw drop. Southern Ground Hornbill. This large bird is able to measure up to 51 inches long and is characterized by black coloration and an intense red color on its face and neck. This species can be found along African lands, extending from northern Angola and Namibia to northern South Africa. One of the most remarkable features of these strange birds is their communication method, since they call others in a chorus, which is said to be heard over distances of more than 1.86 miles. Which mainly serves to delimit territories between groups. Besides being communicative, this species also has one of the longest lifespans, going for over 30 years, although it has been proven that they can live up to 70 years in captivity. For many years, there were strong taboos about killing this species, given that for some cultures this bird was a symbol of the arrival of the rainy season. Today, the entire species is endangered and close to extinction, mainly due to the loss of its natural habitat. Black Heron. This notable bird is known for the blackness of its body except for its legs. It can be found in most of the African continent but has also been seen in European countries such as Greece and Italy. Although its color is peculiar enough, This species has one of the most interesting hunting methods among birds. When it's looking for its food, it spreads its wings and casts a shadow that it uses to attract its prey that consist of small fish and some other water-bound creatures. On the other hand, it hasn't been determined whether this animal is solitary or not, since there have been cases of these birds hunting both alone or in groups of over 50 individuals. This highly efficient and intelligent hunter shows us how nature never ceases to amaze us. If these birds manage to surprise you, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell for similar content. That's all for today. See you in the next video.